Hello and welcome. So, last time we acquired ogre allies, we found Korga's secret meeting place, and we also interrupted a confrontation between two guys and Auntie Ethel, and then discovered that the idyllic wetland was actually this, well, actually more a forest, is more like just a bog and swamp, and there are red caps who are pretending to be sheep.
Very well.
Perception fail. And I'm going to continue to explore this lovely, lovely bog.
Open up. Something's on my mind.
Again? This creature doesn't realize you can see its true form.
I think that's the sort of thing where you just be kind of like, okay, we're just gonna let you. Just, pretend that, it is actually a sheep. Wait, was there something? There was.
Don't mind if I do. Sword in a hat. Wonder whose.
Don't know. So one of the things I know about this area is that there are traps, like, in the water. But curiously, they don't seem to be going off when I'm, like, traveling to these various things. Like crates and the traveler's chest and other things. Just like, that would seem to be a very opportune place to have such traps.
Green leaves, shallow water. Green leaves, shallow water.
What are you croaking on about?
Green leaves, shallow water.
A chill runs up your spine. There is something wrong with this creature. Very wrong.
Burn, bleed, kill.
Perhaps I should just go.
Green leaves, shallow water. Green leaves, shallow water.
Yeah, I think there's something very wrong with that frog.
fetid smell assaults your nostrils. Dead flesh lies below. A great deal of it.
Yeah, I think I'll just leave that be. Really? Alright. Hey, Styrian.
Yes? Well, obviously I would. But you have so many followers already. I wouldn't want to crowd you. Well, in that case, I'm all yours.
Speak. Make space, and my might is yours. Well chosen.
I think it'd be neat if they actually had like a thing where they changed what they said depending on, you know, what exactly, who you're having them replace. Gale!
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
What, are you complaining about me not taking you with me? Alright, what do we have to give you? Snaring.
Thank you. Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Go on, you're among friends.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy, who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it, much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself, the Lady of Mysteries, the goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse, and later even my lover.
Okay, so you know, even in a world where you can potentially actually meet deities, I don't think anyone would actually believe Gale. This should be kind of the equivalent of like having some rando say that, like, you know, they were some celebrity's secret lover. It's like really? You were secretly the love. You were, you know, Beyonce or Taylor Swift or what else's secret lover? Right. I mean, so I don't think anyone would believe them, and it's possibly even be considered blasphemy unless the deity is particularly like known for taking mortal lovers. This So, I feel like this claim would be met with a lot of skepticism, and possibly some, you know, righteous smiting. Old viewer did ever just goddess to their muse.
I am, after all, the villain of the tale. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross, yet every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
Well, that crossing other people's boundaries is never a good idea. How exactly did you try to cross those boundaries?
I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
Intrigue. Tell me all. I mean, being a bard, I would enjoy a good story. A good yarn, which, I mean, I probably wouldn't believe this. I mean, certainly, I might believe that he has some sort of terrible magical condition, but kind I feel like I doubt that goddess is actually involved, even as, well, there could be a deity involved, but I kind of feel like if you're claiming to be a goddess's lover, I'd take that with a few grains of salt.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. His entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms, until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
What was the answer to that question?
The answer was to try. The outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the
Forcing
door.
me in? That's...
You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth its claws. It's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
How are you still alive?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning.
Yes.
This netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
Go on.
I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
Is there nothing we can do?
We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
If we were to part ways, where'd you go?
I would consume some midnight tears and venture as deep into the Underdark as I possibly could. Till they cloud my eyes forever. With a bit of luck, I'd manage to make it to a mind flare colony so that when the orb erupts, one loud, last song of vengeance would reverberate through the dark. Wouldn't be a heroic end, but coarsely poetic enough in its justice.
We've come this far together and we'll continue on together. This is how it will be.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Okay. I'm gonna go around and talk to people.
Well met.
Okay, you have nothing to say about that. You have anything to say?
Speak.
No, you don't. Ogrehead.
To think, Gales had this devastating orb within himself the entire time, and only just mentioned it. Who'd keep a secret like that from his friends? You can't trust anyone these days.
Yes, and what about someone else who, like, you know, might be a bloodsucker? You know, a vampire, and they didn't tell anyone. Do you have anything to say about this?
Hey, soldier.
Sir Gale's been walking around this whole time with some sort of magic bomb in his chest. I'm not normally one to begrudge someone their secrets, but that's something I should know.
Agreed. Well. Alright, Gaily Whaley.
How can I help?
You have a fee. Netherese magic overtaking you? What will you do?
If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Something about that mighty lord you told me about in your story.
Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic.
Swooping is bad.
Mistril, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like. To be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel. And with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistril sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistril, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
Yeah, that is something that my understanding of how old pantheons, polytheistic systems worked is that the deity was didn't just have control. I mean, they often were the embodiment of that. It's like Poseidon was not just god of the sea; he was the sea. Like Aphrodite was not just, well, in your common and portrayal, the goddess of sexual desire or lust. She was that, embodied. So, yeah. Mistral being the embodiment of magic and being basically synonymous with it. Makes sense from that perspective. Also I remember that Aphrodite was not always just a deity of lust. Trying to remember the appellation that she had. In Sparta and the surrounding areas, she was worshipped as a deity of war as well. I think it might be Aphrodite Astarte? But, yeah. And the kind of curious thing is that the place where she is supposed to have, Aphrodite is supposed to have come onto land, and is also the location where a Phoenician city was, which had a temple to their deity Astarte, who was a war and sexual desire her deity, who's, I think, ultimately probably derives from the goddess Ishtar or Nana from Mesopotamian, who was deity of war and fertility. So at that moment in time, all magic was gone? I mean, that would be kind of an interesting thing to have happen to a world where there is magic, and then suddenly magic ceases to exist. There ceases to be any magic. And, like, people who have built their entire lives around magic, studying it and that such, and suddenly they have no power.
For a spell, Mistral was reborn as Mistra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
Well, I mean, entire civilization hasn't collapsed because of yours. I mean, I'd kind of wonder once you had the book why you wouldn't just be like, hey, Mistra, I understand this contains a part of you. Have it back. Join me, why don't you? There's plenty of adventure to be had.
I'd be delighted. Though, someone else will need to watch the cook pot, of course.
Take Shadowheart's place.
Wonderful. Lead on, then.
Okay.
No time to rest.
Alright,
So, you know about these parasites. Will we survive them?
Only if my people extract them. The only other cure is the blade.
Okay. Wonderful.
Have a lot on my mind. Well, in it. Have to keep going. Seems like a good moment to talk.
Ah, stranger. Forgive the aroma.
You catch a waft of something foul, metallic, and sickly sweet.
Powdered iron vine. An old hunter's trick. Most monsters will think twice before making a meal of me.
You're a monster hunter. I'm surprised. I thought all Gur were vagrant cutthroats.
Pardon, but who or what is a Gur?
A mystical and dangerous people. We travel the land, never settling in one place. We steal your chickens, curse your crops, seduce your daughters. Your friend here has heard it all, I'm sure. Now, I wish I had half the power settled folk think my people possess. Alas, I am a simple wanderer. A simple wanderer and monster hunter. But I'm no witch doctor or cutthroat.
So what monster are you hunting?
Something terrifying, no doubt. Dragon? Cyclops? Kobold?
Nothing so dramatic. I'm hunting for a vampire spawn. His name is Astarion, but I fear he's gone to ground. I hope the hag of these lands can help me flush him out, if I can afford her blood price.
Got the impression that kobolds weren't actually all that terrible of a opponent. Kind of low level, admittedly, that, you know, possibly played as being dumber than they should be. And when you find this Astarion, you'll kill him?
Not this time. My orders are to capture him.
Oh. And bring him where exactly?
Baldur's Gate. My people wait for me there.
Only a spawn? Pity, it's not like it's a real vampire.
I don't know. I'm sure a vampire spawn could still rip out your throat if he felt like it.
He is right, unfortunately. They are only weak when compared to their masters. During the day, we have the advantage, but at night, when they hunt, you'll not find a more deadly quarry.
Yes, I'm sure they can creep right up on you.
We've all survived so far. Let's focus on that.
It would still be wise to post guards at night. The threat is real.
Indeed it is. We should do something about this threat.
Alright, kill him if you must.
Excellent.
The
Wait.
vampire
Why does Lae'zel disapprove?
can't be.
Why does Lae'zel disapprove? Can't do piercing strike. I...
The last board is set. Time to push my luck again. Listen! It vexes me to know it.
Time to strike. Taste my fury.
Gone with the weave. Indeed. Nothing important is ever easy.
Victory awaits. Hitazith. Sage choice. The Starian skills serve us well.
Yet,
Let's hope it doesn't come back to bite me later.
yet you disapproved of me deciding to attack him.
What's
Curious.
That all seems powerful.
I'm exhausted.
What can it do
Better
once
find
it's
someone to
extracted?
camp soon.
Nothing good can come of it unless it is contained. Why?
It might be useful. Who knows?
Don't waste a step.
Okay.
Copper for your thoughts.
Come riding out.
Looks like your troops all trooped up. You'll need to send someone packing if you want me to join.
Lae'zel will leave.
Now we're talking.
Troops all trooped up. That's...
I was hoping you'd come by. I was hoping you'd come to chat. What do you need?
Join me.
A bit crowded, don't you think? You'll need to swap out someone if you want me.
Take us to his place. He'll stay here in camp.
Wonderful. I was beginning to feel a little left out.
Feeling more need will than I need.
Well met.
I'd like you to join me.
I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space. Ready and willing.
All right. Karlak, you have something to say?
So, hey, we've got this soul coin, right? Thing is, I think I can use it. My engine can, anyway. Zariel used to top me up every now and again when she wanted me to go after an especially wicked target.
Aren't you afraid this is going to overload your engine?
Nah, it'll be fine.
You got a coin slot in your heart or what?
Sort of. Next time we find ourselves toe-to-toe with something we want to squash, drop a coin in. See what happens.
Intriguing. Next time we're in battle, we'll be sure to get one.
Fuck yes. Now I just need something to sink my teeth into.
Oh. Nothing really like going into this because it seems like there's not really any good way of... Not any good outcome to the Hag's quest.
I don't want a crumb left on that plate, girl.
Auntie Ethel, please. One more bite and this pie is gonna come back up to say hello.
Don't make me get the wooden spoon. You're eating for two, so get to it. Oh, if it isn't my hero. You took ages. Come in, come in. Feel free to relax yourself and have a cuppa, hmm? Gods grant me patience. Eat up, Mayrina. I won't say it again.
You have an interesting home.
Beautiful, isn't it? It's my little refuge for the lost and hopeless. People in dire need travel from all over Faerun to see little old me. And I do my damnedest to help them. And you, Petal, well, you need a lot of help. That wriggler swimming in your brain juice is a bit of an inconvenience, isn't it?
Are you saying you can remove it?
Quicker than you can say yes, Auntie. What do you say? Want me to take care of the little bugger?
I know a devil that's offered to remove it.
A devil? Spare me. Blathering windbags in love with the sound of their own voices. I'm the safer bet. Plus, you'll get to keep your soul.
Depends on the price.
Well, that depends on the job. Removing a parasite is no small feat. But I like you, Petal. So I'll only ask for something small. One of your pretty little peepers. I'll pluck it from your head, kiss it for luck, then back in it goes. Won't take but a moment. That is my price. Nothing more, nothing less.
Will my sight be damaged?
A touch, but sure you've 2 eyes in your skull, don't you? No need to be precious.
No need to be precious. That sounded a little bit dismissive. You want one of my eyes? Why?
I'm afraid that's my business, Petal. It's nothing nefarious, though. I promise.
That's a poor bargain. I'll try my luck elsewhere.
Ethel, can I please?
Quiet, you've had enough pampering. And you, my door is always open, Petal. Auntie Ethel is here for you.
I have killed at least 4 of their agents. None have talked, not yet at least. I doubt you will hear anything beyond the bleatings of your ridiculous sheep. I doubt you hear anything about these ridiculous sheep, but could you even whisper, send word immediately? No, that is not where I told you to go. There's something kind of weird with this game, is that periodically it'll, like, I'll say, okay, go here, and it'll like decide I actually clicked over here or something.
Thing's an illusion. We could get through here.
For she wished for her daughter to find love and happiness. Then her mother died. The one cried and cried. She stopped calling her. Friends stopped writing, and she cried. You found Shah whispered in her ear. They only wanted you for your beauty, for your charm, for your grace. Now that grief has replaced your charms, none care for you, none but I. One spoke to Shah, who listened. She prayed to Shah, who answered. And for the first time in her life, the woman had a true friend. Then Shah asked her to take a vial, a small vial, an innocent vial. She took the vial to a man. The man filled it with a liquid and told her to drop it into a well. No one did. She wanted Shah to love her, to be proud of her, and then people came sick, people died, but Shah loved her. No one loved Shah now. Men and women alike traveled across the land to see her, not because she's beautiful, not because she's charming, but she's high priestess of Shah, and her word is law. Interesting. see what happens when I try to go through here. Oh. Do I have anything I can... enjoy?
Close ranks. My little trick.
Battle favors the fearless. No time to waste.
So much for peace. What path lies before me?
Enjoy playing with your new friends. Bye-bye.
I can't come far.
Moving. I got this.
Hup.
This is my time.
You missed someone who was lying flat on the ground.
Now this is my happy place. Boom!
This is my time.
70.
Dollar.
hatch.
Let's have a look. Best be on my way.
I will come back to loot Auntie Ethel's place later. Off camera, because it's going to be a lot of just walking around and... Sorry.
You are as thick as they come, sweetness. This is my personal playhouse, and you don't have an invite. Get out!
Tell me where Marina is.
Has that wriggler eaten your brain already? Leave. Or you'll end up in tonight's stew. You'll go nicely with Marina. She's already marinating. Ah!
Don't! Here we go.
My sweet Callum, whose beloved asks that his beauty never fade.
As you edge closer to the mirror, a pale face appears, contorted in fear. Fists slam against the mirror's surface again and again.
Stop. Please. Please.
What is this place?
My darling Macron. She wished for the mind of a genius, but that silly head crushed me. This poor dear wished never to lay eyes on her family again. My dearest Ephraim, he begged me to halt the deadly disease that ravaged her.
Stop. Please. Please.
My gentle Lauren. He wished to know what was to come.
Don't look. No. No! Don't look. Mustn't look, mustn't see.
Watch Dorothea's suffering with glee.
I see it. I see what's to come.
You realize there's magic at work. Some type of spell. An illusion.
Me. Dead. Dead! Flesh rotten, bone shining!
I just see a reflection.
No. Future. Bone splitting. Knife twisting. Skull screaming. Future. Gods, don't hurt me. Oh, please. Please. Please, please, please.
My people do not take orders from your kind.
Not drow. Never drow. Monster, monster. For mind dripping, flesh peeling, mind flayer.
Look at me, I'm not a mind flayer.
No. No. Mind flayer. Get away. Get away.
No intention of letting that happen.
You feel crushing waves of fear as the presence within the door recoils. It can't let people through, not again.
What happened last time you opened?
Images flash. A man cowering, a bag open at his feet. Gold coins spilling onto the floor. His cries for mercy are cut short as the hag slices into him, dismembering him painstakingly, limb by limb. She cackles, the man's remaining flesh twisted and contorted, becoming the twisted surface of the door before you. Flee, you feel it cry.
I'm not afraid of that hag.
A scene appears in your mind. 2 paladins and a cleric marching through the door, shrouded in the glow of the divine. Weapons brandished, they charge into the hag's lair. Screams of terror pierce the air.
You let them in? Naughty. That's a decade for each. You're mine for 30 more years, petal.
Alright, is there another way in?
You see an image of blue skies and sunshine as the door shudders a warning. Run.
If I kill the hag, you'll be free.
You see the hag. She walks through the door, its form shimmering. The lightest touch of hope brushes your mind as the presence within retreats.
Okay. So,
Don't look. Don't.
I wish that guy would shut up. So one of the things I heard is that if you have, if you're wearing one of the whispering masks, you can actually go through this next area without fighting anything before you get to the hag.
Don't look.
So I'm going to attempt that.
Stop. Please. Please.
I forgot to.
Away. Away.
Never mind. Time to press.
Don't look. Don't.
I forgot to pick up the daggers I had. Power lock throw, so I'm just gonna quick retrieve those. No, don't turn on the fireplace again. We don't want to have to walk through that.
Don't look. Don't. Away. Away.
Okay, so that's how that goes. those.
Don't.
Let's get going. Light on my feet.
So I'm gonna make a
Stop. Please.
leave quickly to go see if I can find another one of those his spells, and
Seems simple enough.
maybe I'll resume when that's done. Alright. So that's gonna be all I'm doing for this one. Can't find a scroll of protection from good and evil to buy, so I'm gonna have to wait on the finishing up Auntie Ethel's quest line, leaving Mayrina in the Hag's capable hands for who knows how long more. But anyway, thank you for watching, doing relevant things YouTube spots, and have a nice day.